run again on first down. Chubb. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. The Browns at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Here's Watson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quinnen Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. The Jets have Braxton Berrios back deep. And this will be taken at the 13. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And the Jets will take over. Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They run with a 2nd-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall. And that to the 30. It'll be 2nd down.
Brought down by Denzel Ward. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Ball again on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
On first down, Wilson. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now. Down at the 33. Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wilson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Well, this defense for the Browns, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them. How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early, but they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A give running right is Hall. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You first see incompletion and a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you're not trying to defend that 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion. Zerline's kick is up and through. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. This is the tight end, the Joker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Watson off play action. Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jeremiah. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Watson gets this one to Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. Down inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A big pickup of 38.
I think we all understand his disappointment. Didn't quite get to the end zone, and you know it's just got to be tough to see a yard line underneath you after a play like that. Still, all in all, a huge play, and now they're set up 1st and goal at the 1.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year, and they're able to add on to their advantage. The York on now for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll take this this one up close to about the 45. 5 yards on first down, and now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. On first and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Overall, I'd have to say that was just really good team defense because, to me, you can't pin that one on the running back. He had no shot there. He had a man in his face immediately.
On second and 11 now. Wilson, he'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it just before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Back-to-back incompletions. It was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They begin this drive with Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The last run got 6, now second and 4. Watson down to throw. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Here's Watson. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2. Now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the interception, here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen for Hall. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decide to run a little screen play. Maybe get their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Wilson will throw again. Open man here is Conklin. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now it's Wilson. He'll air this one out for Mims. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. The final shot before the break. Watson. He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
It was a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. They run it with Hall off the option. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. Caught right side, Davis. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. Hall want to give up the middle. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 31. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Wilson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 35 before going out. 67 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time,
oh, Chubb fumbled it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. 2nd and short now following the fumble. Back to throw, Watson. Escaping, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? They're going to look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion.
York able to send this one through. Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Jets on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11. And he'll find Hall.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
Again, Wilson.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Safety Grant Delpit up to make the play.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Robinson.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Hall again, and he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. Touchdown! Corey Davis, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jets have taken a 4th quarter lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. He's at the 40. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. But, geez, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Watson. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And here comes Berrios.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here's Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
They'll go for it. It's Hall.
They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ball again.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
So Wilson runs off, and now they will go to the man they call Greg the Leg, Greg Zuerlein.
This to almost certainly win the football game.
Zuerlein's kick is up and through.
And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So it's another field goal here. He may need to ice his leg after this one. That's now 5 field goals converted in this game alone.
Yeah, get the trainer. They're going to need this guy. And they've needed every single one of the field goals he's made, too. If they're going to get out of here with a win, I say he gets a game ball.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
One last throw here for Watson. This for all the marbles. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. And a fun